Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was directed by Alfonso Cuarón, replacing Chris Columbus, and is regarded to this day as the very best Harry Potter film. Why is that? Well, you could easily watch the Nerdwriter's fantastic video on that subject, but to put it simply, this film is magical. We finally get fully fleshed out character arcs and a meaningful story for Harry to experience, rather than stumbling upon random events. Harry is being targeted by the mysterious Sirius Black, played by Gary Oldman, who has escaped from the Azkaban prison. The magical world fears him as the right-hand man to he who must not be named, and Harry is essentially carrying that fear around him everywhere. Sirius brings with him the terrifying Dementors, who are the guardians of the Azkaban prison and are hunting Sirius, and they aren't just random creatures thrown in to look cool. They connect, albeit in a negative way, to Harry and bring about painful memories and fears he never imagined. Everything that happens is there for a reason, and it makes for a much more involving experience. Prisoner of Azkaban, like every Harry Potter movie, introduces new and weirder elements which extend our understanding of the magical world. But Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets relied too much on showing you those new elements and the weird magic creatures, and didn't give enough attention to characters and a story that means something. Those movies feel disjointed and unfocused, but Prisoner of Azkaban, even with its goofier moments, feels like the expression of true filmmakers. It's an interpretation of a story and an exploration of something worth investing your imagination in. It also benefits from some incredible location shooting in Scotland, thankfully moving away from the soundstage-heavy shoots for the first two films. Daniel Radcliffe really does shine in nearly every moment as Harry, showing how much more comfortable he is in this growing role. And when he finally finds a worthy mentor in Professor Lupin, played by David Thewlis, we see Harry open up more than ever. This is contrasted with how isolated Harry is throughout the entire film. We will have whole scenes where sometimes it will be happy, sometimes it will be sad, but at nearly all times, Harry is completely alone. Cuarón blocks and frames certain scenes to emphasize that theme, to really make you feel like everything is against Harry in a way, because when you're 13 years old, that's kind of how you feel. It's an incredible capturing of those ideas, of those behaviors that every adolescent is going to go through. Of course, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are always there for each other, but as any kid at this age knows, you want someone with a bit more experience to listen to you. That's where Professor Lupin comes in. His character really speaks to me as well, because I had the same thing with a teacher named Mr. Bemrose when I was 10 years old, who taught me how to deal with bullying and the strength of meditation. The same how Professor Lupin shows Harry the power of facing fear, being comfortable with pain, and the truth about who his parents really were, besides just being a tragic story. Prisoner of Azkaban is made of contrast, whether it be rich colors mixed with darker, almost black and white scenes, Harry's aforementioned painful isolation away from friends and whatever family is left, composed against moments of pure joy, Sirius going from crazed prisoner to hopeful free man, Lupin's calm and warm persona, lost in his werewolf transformation, and lost followed by triumph. The film swings so easily between dark and funny, cold and warm, because that is what is going on in these young characters' heads. That is a universal theme that definitely speaks to the young audiences out there, and even still speaks to me to this day.
Take her away, Ian.
Yeah, take it away, Ernie. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
There are two moments in this film that I want to touch on that I already knew about and have seen multiple times, but they still reached deep inside me, held my spine tight, and did not let go at all. Prisoner of Azkaban is filled with gorgeous, iconic imagery thanks to cinematographer Michael Saracen, and John Williams composing his final Harry Potter score is outstanding, and maybe even one of my favorite compositions from him. So when you combine the two with those moving themes of isolation versus freedom, pain versus joy, Then the two moments of Harry riding Buckbeak across the Great Lake and his final Patronus casting against the Dementors become something truly magnificent. Those moments really show you the true cinematic potential of this franchise. The film can, with those aforementioned contrasting elements, feel uneven because it wants to achieve so much. This is an ambitious vision on screen for what the world of Harry Potter can look and feel like, and that can feel almost too weird. Something like the sudden introduction of time travel in this world is rather left of field and convenient, made more odd seeing as in all the later films and books, it is never mentioned and never used again. We do not count the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Seriously, screw that book. While the use of it in this film gives us incredible moments, and Williams even incorporates a ticking clock in the music to emphasize it, the fact that time travel exists is a flaw of both film and book. The climax of the film can feel like a fourth act, and that freeze frame ending is kind of dumb. In the end, Alfonso Cuarón saved this film franchise from mediocrity and delivered something dark, funny, whimsical, weird, and wonderful with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. It makes a significant departure in tone and theme, has better performances, effects, music, cinematography, production design, and atmosphere, and defines, like I said, the true cinematic potential of this series. This is the best Harry Potter film so far, maybe overall, and I'll give Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban an A. So Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, have you seen it? What'd you think about it? What'd you think about this review? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more Mr. Movies, click my channel link coming up in the center of the screen right now, and thanks for watching.